What up, Lake Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man, back with another post-game recap. As the Lakers lose to the Clippers, 112 to 102. What a disappointing night. I mean, what a way to kill the hype. I don't understand it. We had every advantage, every mismatch, every opportunity to come back and get on top. Yet, I'm going to tell you guys exactly why we lost this game. It's written all over the wall. Y'all know exactly how I felt about Luke Walton last season. And I know it's just one game. I'm not going to go off the rails with this. Just one game. But the rotations, the mismatches, instead of exploiting our mismatches, they exploited theirs. The coaching was horrid, man. The refereeing was horrid. LeBron James' second half, horrible. Tough, man. It's tough to be a Laker fan right now simply because we had all this build-up, all this hype. We've seen it in preseason. We see the capabilities. We run a perfect half-court offense in preseason, and we go away from it, and we play iso ball tonight. This truly is painful. And the worst part, here's the worst part. I hate to break it to you guys, but we play the Utah Jazz all the way till Friday. So we're going to have 3 nights to sit with this loss to this bum-ass team. I'm hurt. I'm hurt tonight. I really am. I feel like the Lakers definitely should have won this one. Every time we kept getting an advantage, the coaching staff would rotate away from it. Now, let me tell you what I mean. All right, I'm going to go to the stats. So the field goal percentage, they shot 51%. All right. We should have been the one shooting 51%, and we shot 43. Why? LeBron James, man, took some contested shots in the first half. Second half, he was passive. We don't need passive LeBron. We need attacking LeBron. All right, and then he was making passes that were putting the offense in a situation where they were catching and they were still being guarded. It wasn't even like it was good passes. In a sense, Doc Rivers did a good job of game planning for him. Doc Rivers outcoached Frank Vogel tonight, and Frank Vogel did a horrible job with the rotations. Number one, he never made that adjustment. KCP continued in the second half to play Kawhi Leonard. Why? I don't know. We had to keep helping him, and then Kawhi made us pay by kicking it out to the shooters. Horrible. All right, that's the number one. Number two, he left Jared Dudley out on Montrezl Harrell. What is that? We went away from AD in the paint, who was killing. We couldn't even make the right passes. We kept forcing passes when they were obviously contesting the passing lanes. I don't understand. Where did our half-court offense go? And KCP, don't even get me started on KCP. KCP played probably the worst game of his career tonight. The worst night to show. The only player that truly impressed me tonight was Danny Green, but I knew what he's capable of. And what made it worse is when he got hot, they subbed him out. And I think Pete from Laker Film Room said this the best. The coaching staff needs to do a better job of mirroring when Kawhi Leonard comes in. Danny Green needed to be in. I don't want to hear all this stuff about Danny Green's tired. It was the first game of the season. When he got hot and the quarter ended, they subbed him out when we were tied. That was horrible. Horrible coaching. Game one, Frank Vogel and the coaching staff get an F. Number one. KCP gets an F. He was trash, but I don't expect much from KCP. Dwight Howard disappointed me. JaVale disappointed me, but I still think he needed some minutes in the fourth quarter. JaVale McGee was extremely disappointing. I felt like the second chance efforts weren't there for guys. Dwight did his best on effort, but he's too short. He's not as explosive as he was. He got blocked. It was really bad. JaVale McGee looked lazy on some of the rebounding attempts. They wanted it more than us. Patrick Beverly got out-rebounded LeBron on that free throw. Stuff like that, you're not going to win against teams like the Clippers that aren't that talented, but they use a lot of their energy. They use a lot of their hustle. They're a hustle team. Outside of Kawhi Leonard and Lou Williams, they got nobody else that can score. LeBron, AD should be able to get their buckets at any point, and we played into their hands. We forced stuff. We forced stuff into the passing lane. We played right into their hands. We got lazy. That's what it was. I saw LeBron stop moving his feet in that second half. He went, 1 for 5? Come on. You can't have that, LeBron. You said you were going to, be about it, not talk about it. Now it's when I need to see it. This was embarrassing, honestly. Losing to this team that's less talented than us. I don't care what TNT says. TNT will tell you they're more talented than us. They're deeper. It might have looked that way, but in reality, no, they're not. It's just that Quinn Cook had a horrible game. KCP didn't show up. LeBron James didn't show up in the second half. AD, we couldn't even get him to rock in the paint. When we did, he scored. Whatever happened to playing through Anthony Davis? I didn't see enough pick and roll between AD and LeBron. So many things wrong with this game. I mean, basically everything that needed to happen for us to lose this game did. Right? They got hot. All right, and we didn't cut the bleeding. All right, the rotations horrible. Tonight's coaching resembled the same thing as Luke Walton. We went small when we needed to go big, and when we needed to go small, we went big. It was just all bad all the way around. But you know what? We're gonna take this L like champs because not every game is gonna be won. Tonight should have been won, but I told you guys we're gonna drop some along the way, and unfortunately, it was to the stupid Clippers. Pathetic. Trust me, they won't look this good the rest of the season. We made them look extremely good tonight, and that was because multiple things. Bad officiating. First of all, we should get used to it. All right, I'm not even gonna complain about the officials. It is what it is. Bad officiating every night. It's gonna be like that. They hate us. Number two, the rotation's horrible. Coaching F. Number three, not all the role players stepped up. I told you guys we needed at least 4 to guarantee victory. 3. Well, you know what? I'll subtract LeBron in the second half. He disappeared. So basically, it was just AD for a little bit because we couldn't even get him the ball enough. And Danny Green was the only one that really truly stepped up in the second half. He was the only one. AD kind of disappeared because they doubled him. They did what we should have did to Kawhi. They did that. All right, and LeBron definitely. This is the moments where I miss Kobe the most. I like LeBron, but I love Kobe. He knew what to do down the stretch of every game. He would force the ball down the middle and put it down the defensive throats and force them to double, then he would kick it out for wide open shots. LeBron didn't do that. Instead, LeBron was passive and the defense read it. They kept reading the passing lanes. That's why everything was tipped. He needed to be aggressive tonight. And this is the difference between LeBron and Kobe. Yeah, everybody praises LeBron, and so do I, because he's a great playmaker. But there's a time to take over, and there's a time to pass. If he wanted to pass, he should have called AD over, set a screen for me, and then pick and roll with AD. Get him rolling to the basket where he knows what to do. AD did his thing. I mean, if we go to the stats, I'm going to go to the stats right now. I'm going to go to the stats, and I'm going to tell you what AD did. AD did his thing. JaVale McGee, disappointing, man. In 17 minutes, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Come on, dude. I expect a lot more from JaVale. Anthony Davis had his 25 and 10 with 5 assists. He did his thing, man. You can't ask for more. LeBron James, though, 18 points. I'm going to need that to come up a little bit. 8 assists, that's fine. 9 rebounds, that's fine. But the points, I'm telling you guys, we need LeBron to be at least at 23 to 25. That's what I predicted for him this season. Danny Green impressed, 28 points efficiently and 7 rebounds in 32 minutes. Danny Green should have had 36, 37 minutes, just like AD and LeBron. Not acceptable by the coaching staff, especially when he got hot. So that was our leading scorer of the game. Nobody would have predicted that. Avery Bradley did okay, but we needed him to knock down those open shots. He missed too many. He only ended up with 8 points. KCP, 0 points. With 27, if you have 0 points, there's no reason he should have 27 minutes. I'm looking at his minutes right now, and that really pisses me off. You have to reward whoever's playing well. Dwight Howard, 3.6 rebounds. I told you guys, I needed half of the production. I need to come up to at least 6 points. Quinn Cook, 4 points, very disappointing, especially after his preseason debut. He disappointed, but I don't expect that from him. Troy Daniels played okay, 6 points. 6 points from Jared Dudley, but that was it. Nobody else put in work. And basically, Danny Green can't be carrying us no more, man. Danny Green cannot be carrying us. I mean, we need him to hit big shots, but he can't be the primary offensive source. It needs to be LeBron, baby. Thanks, Jameson. I appreciate you, bro. He said, how in the hell did we get out-rebounded with our height advantage? Good point. Our coach went small when he didn't need to go small. Jared Dudley on Montrezl Harrell, come on, you're asking for it. And this is what I mean. All I expect from the coaching staff is for them to put us in position to win. Tonight, they didn't do that. But LeBron is also at fault because he needed to get more aggressive. All this talk he was saying, that he's hyped and all this, I needed to see it on the court tonight. And I saw it in the first half. Second half, he disappeared. And that's when we need him the most. Jonathan, thank you, bro. He said, why was KCP playing BS? LeBron is not a point guard. No, LeBron is a point guard. But even point guards need to know when to get aggressive. And tonight, he failed on that. Now, to be fair, they were getting away with a lot of calls. They were hacking on LeBron like crazy. They were ripping the ball out of his hands. Literally, I saw a couple of replays where Patrick Beverly got away with swiping down. We didn't get away with none of that. Those are ticky-tack fouls that we didn't get that they did. That was a huge difference tonight. But it wasn't the ref's fault 100%. Coaching, man, really failed us tonight. It really did. If I'm the head coach, I obviously see Anthony Davis is eating. Let me see how many shots did Anthony Davis get. I don't know how many shots he got, but he should have been in the 40 points section. He only had 25 points. That's not enough shots for AD. In 37 minutes, he should have had 40 points, especially the way he was dominating. LeBron should have been up to at least 25 points, man. And it's crazy. It's crazy that we basically played right into their hands. We shot LeBron shooting that half-court shot at the end of the half was really bad as well. Really bad as well. Stuff like that sets the tempo, and it shows your team you're lacking sense of urgency. You know, you can't lack sense of urgency, especially not in the battle for LA. Lakers will always own LA, but we lost tonight. We lost the battle tonight, but we're gonna win this war. I'm not worried about that. My thing is they do have to make adjustments. Coaching staff needs to come better, man. They need to come correct. They need to learn from this loss. You know, but how do you guys feel, man? How do you guys feel? I'm not hitting the panic button, just upset. Just upset because this is a game we could have easily won. Y'all saw how we came out in the first quarter. This should have been a win. And our bench didn't step up, but our rotations were also trash. I get it, injuries factor, but we have a deep enough team where guys should be able to step in. Yeah, no slandering the Lakers, man. You guys will get blocked. Don't slander the Lakers just because you're upset. I'll give you a pass right now, but don't do it. Don't slander the Lakers, man. We're going to ride and die with our squad. When we lose, we got to take it like champs. He said Danny Green and AD had a very good performance tonight. Yeah, we needed LeBron. We needed LeBron tonight. But it is just one game. Let's not overreact on that. He said, I'm not even in the mood to – I'm not gonna mention that. He said, I just hate it when people are criticizing Frank Vogel. No, man, tonight wasn't his night. I'm not jumping off the ship. I like Frank Vogel. Don't get me wrong, but tonight wasn't his night. Luke Walton does tonight. He went small when he should have went big, and he went big when he should have went small. You know what I mean? The only time he should have went small was with AD at the 5 or, something like that. But it shouldn't have been. Come on now. We had LeBron at the 5 at one point out there. I was like, what are we doing? We look like last year's team. I get it. We're trying to create mismatches, but now we need to focus on our defense. But a long season, we will improve. We will get back. I still wear the jersey proud, man. I'm still very, very, very optimistic on this team. I truly am. One game's not going to change that. And it shouldn't for you guys either. I know it's going to be a tough pill to swallow, man. I really don't even want to go on Twitter. We got the Clipper fans coming out like roaches, man. Somebody get the raid because they're coming out, This is the only time they let their voice be heard when they get a win. But this is the only wins they get is regular season. They never get playoff wins, so it doesn't matter. But all in all, tonight we take our L's like a champ, man. Chin up. Chin up, Laker Nation, because it hurts, but this team is good. And this team will get it right. They have to. They have to do right by us. Absolutely. He said Brown was not aggressive enough. Absolutely. And this was one of my criticisms for him last season. Last year we heard the excuses that, he's not motivated because we have a whack team, all that. No excuses this year, man. No excuses. We will come back stronger then. Absolutely. Look, guys, I'm here because I know we all need a vent after a game like this. This is not a good look on us. Especially with TNT, they were already basically, you know what I'm gonna say. They got the Clippers all up in their mouth. And they're only going to use this as fuel to their fire to say the Clippers are the real deal. Did you hear Reggie Miller? He makes me sick the way he comments. Every time the Lakers got fouled, that's not a foul. And every time the Lakers actually got a clean block, that's a foul. So, yeah, officiating was one-sided. I agree with you, bro. Thanks for the donation. But, it makes me sick. That's why I hate watching games on TNT. On top of that, for those of you that didn't have NBA TV, y'all came to the game late, and y'all didn't see when the Lakers started dominating, unfortunately. But it's not how you start a game. It's how you finish it. He said Anthony Davis, needs to hit the gym. Not really, man. Anthony Davis was fine. The thing is, we didn't give him enough touches. We didn't get him in the post enough. And another thing, our spacing was poor. Even when we got him in the post, we needed to ISO him all the way because they couldn't stop him. Drop step and he was gone. But Patrick Beverly was able to roam. Lou Williams, all these guys were able to come over and foul and hack and get away with it. Lakers have to do a better job of spacing the floor. Now, again, Danny Green, sensational. Even Jared Dudley hit some threes. How did AD get punked? See, that's just stupid. He ended up with 25 points. If that's getting punked, okay. See, Clipper fan logic is ridiculous, man. I don't get it. If anything, he got fouled. The turnovers killed us. A lot of those were LeBron. What do you have? LeBron had like 6 turnovers. We can't have that from our leader. Other people are going to get careless too. He was 8 out of 21. How many times did he not get hacked, though? Let's be real. Let's keep it 100. If y'all want to look at the little things, he still had 25 points. He didn't have enough touches. He was bullying the paint, man. Every time they ISO'd him and got him deep enough in the block, he was doing his thing. However, the Clippers were getting away with doing this all game and pushing him out of the paint. They were just getting away with fouls. He said Kuzma would have gone Mamba mentality in the fourth to close the game. Yeah, we missed Kuzma, but that's not an excuse. We were still deep enough to beat this team. Period. You know, we're not going to make excuses. We take our L's like a champs, and that's okay. Champions lose and get back up. You know, we're going to dust ourselves up from all these roaches that are calling in the comment section, these Clipper fans. We're going to wipe them off for the next game. We got Utah coming up. They're tougher than the Clippers. So we're going to have to really get it right. Vogel disappointed me with his rotations. I'm not going to lie. Game one, he didn't show this lack of awareness in preseason. So he needs to make sure that he brings the same mentality he had in preseason to the regular season. But it was extremely disappointing. So I get it. You guys have every right to be upset. Just don't slander the Lakers because that means you're not a real Laker fan. If you say this person sucks or that person sucks, then, you know, you got to learn to be more patient. No excuses. We took this L as a team. They outplayed us and outcoached us. Absolutely. And you know what? On some of those second chance plays, they looked like they wanted it more than us. LeBron James looked a little bit slow on trying to get that rebound. Patrick Beverly got it. You know, JaVale McGee was lacking. The rotations, defensively, the rotations were trash compared to how we played in preseason. And Golden State has more shooters. We did a way better job on Golden State than we did with the Clippers, who have some players that basically throw up a prayer and hope it goes in. And we'll learn from this for sure, man. I'm not worried about it. But it is concerning to know that the rotations, again, all I ask from our coaching staff is please put us in a position to finish the game properly. Danny Green being benched after being hot in that third quarter, from the start of the fourth all the way to the 6-minute mark, killed the momentum. And even when he came in, he was still knocking down shots. Danny Green single-handedly put us on top when LeBron couldn't because he was out of rhythm. When he didn't have a good second half. You know, he was the wild card. And I told you guys, we need the role players to step up. Danny Green stepped up big time. But the rotations, man, again, we need to be able to ride the hot hand. I want a coach that'll say, you know what, Danny Green is right now. He's carrying the momentum. Let's leave him out there. It's the first game of the season. Let's not, you know, stick to a like strict minutes regimen. Let's not be Luke Walton. Seriously. Come on, Frank. I believe in you, bro. Don't let me down. Rest of the season. You know, but there were some positives tonight. Positives were that we do have shooters. I saw a lot of when there were good shots, wide open shots, being knocked down with regularity. When there were bad shots off the dribble or LeBron kicked it out when they were being contested, yeah, we missed. But I will give the Clippers this. They played good perimeter defense. The inside defense, they hacked a lot, and they got away with it. But the perimeter defense was legit because our shooters were struggling to get open. We needed to expose them in their weakness, which was in the paint. And LeBron failed. Coach Vogel failed. We just need to come up with a better game plan in the half court. Philip Banks, thank you both for donation. He said, LeBron has to guard the best player every night. I agree. I thought when KCP was on him, we should have had LeBron on some of those possessions. Maybe not every possession, but here and there. And I didn't see it. Now, I know why coach didn't do it, though. He wants to save him for the offense. But when he played lazy offense like he did today on the second half, and it was pointless, right? He's an awful LeBron, awful KCP, awful LeBron at point, awful McGee, and Dwight in center, awful. Yes, I agree with all of those. Dan, I'm just sad, man. And the Clippers still don't have PG. I'm not worried about PG. Now, remember, these are all players that have to have the ball in their hand, you know, to be effective. PG and Kawhi can't both coexist. Now, Lou Williams and Kawhi did because Lou Williams could play off the ball. He can catch and shoot as well. But PG needs the ball in his hands. And yeah, he catch and shoot sometimes, but he's more effective when he has the ball off the screen and rolls. We're a new team, absolutely. But it is still upsetting. So, you know, no excuses. New team, all of this. We looked great in preseason. We didn't carry that over here. We need to carry that same style of play, that momentum over the regular season. Now, we're not going to start slandering Frank Vogel after one game because that would be really petty, right? Right, Johnny? Hopefully not. I'm not trying to slander him. I'm just pointing out what he did wrong. He said Frank Walton. Man. Don't do that. Let's not be that petty. But we did miss Kuz. We missed Rondo. Rondo's playmaking with the second unit would have been crucial tonight. He would have kept the offense flowing. We went on way too many dry spells. That was another key. The dry spells killed us as well, man. You know? But all in all, look, guys, they had referees on their side. LeBron didn't have a good second half. Kawhi went off. Lou Williams went off. Their bench went off. And they still won by what? It wasn't by a lot. So if we correct those little things, it shows that we could easily handle them. However, everything that needed to go right for them did. And everything that needed to go wrong for us did. We barely got production from 3 players. Everybody else, no show. We can't have that. Quinn Cook, I expect better. Everybody has to show up, man. Yeah, he did not set the tone. I agree. And that was a criticism we had some games for him last year. Yeah, we need him for sure. He said, Dan, you ever think about Danny Green's green? Wait, what? What was that? Doing a green screen to have your own background for your information. KCP is trash. Yeah, KCP has been trash all preseason long, and I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but I can't defend him no more, man. Go ahead and eat him up because KCP has been really bad. And I know you guys are saying trade, but I believe, unfortunately, he has no trade clause. The best thing that the coach can do is bench him when he plays horrible. But due to injuries, we had to give him heavy minutes. Recipe for disaster is putting him on Kawhi. I think that's a no-brainer. You can't do that. Anybody else with size, preferably, on Kawhi, but not KCP. KCP, man, he's like a bug on a windshield for Kawhi Leonard because Kawhi has evolved this game offensively. So, like I said, we needed to slow down both Kawhi and Lou Will, and we didn't do either. So we lost the game. And we also needed other role players to step up. It couldn't just be AD and LeBron. And on top of that, not just did other role players not step up, but LeBron had a poor second half. And actually, now that I think about it, AD by default had a poor second half because they didn't involve him enough in the offense in the second half. We need more pick and rolls between LeBron and AD. I didn't see enough of it. Maybe one in the game. Come on, coach. You got to put them in the screen and roll. And then, see, what's going to happen is you put them in a screen and roll. Now LeBron has a lane or AD, or they can pop for wide open shots. If they rotate properly and AD's cutting down the lane, and you hit him with the screen and roll, and another player comes over, now he can kick it to the corners for the shooters. So we need to do a better job of making the defense be on their toes. We let them roam around. We were too stagnant. At times, I thought LeBron over-dribbled too much, and it was too predictable. Doc Rivers, I'll give him this. He did a magnificent job of taking us out of our offensive schemes if we even had any tonight. So, it's unfortunate that I have to give credit to the enemy, but tonight the enemy takes us. Got to keep it 100, guys. He said, Dan, do you think we would have won this game with Kuz? Probably, because, again, Kuz would have did, I think, a solid job defensively on Kawhi, at least a little bit better than KCP. That size could have made a little bit of a difference. Who we got next? We got the Utah Jazz on Friday, so that's going to be a really tough game as well. They're defensive-minded even more than the Clippers, so that's going to be a tough game. But if we execute, we are the superior team. We need to win these games. Now is when we start showing the rest of the league that we can create separation between good and great. We need to be great. Tonight, we just played okay. We can't have that. A championship team needs to, every night, every night we got to come out and be great. So, Dan, we needed JaVale out there in the second half. I agree with that as well. Like I said, we went small at the wrong times. At the wrong times, we went small. But let it all out, Laker Nation. This was a very tough loss, man. I hate losing to the stupidest team in the league. Absolutely. Hate it. If we lose on Friday, it's going to be hell. We're not going to lose on Friday. We have to make the adjustments. LeBron has to be a leader, and he has to play a lot better, and he has to lead by example. Bro, the league is going to put 5 players on LeBron James and AD pick and roll. That's when they need to kick it out to the shooters, and the shooters got to hit. We got Danny Green. You've seen what he could do tonight. Who else is going to step up? Avery Bradley needs to step up as well, knock down some shots. Dan, didn't LeBron look scared? LeBron just looked confused when he saw the defense. It looked like they were playing some sort of a weird scrambling zone, and LeBron didn't expect it, and it kind of staggered him a little bit. Yes, he needs to be able to react quicker to that. But again, it's only game 1. Hopefully the next game we make the proper adjustments. He had a marvelous first half. It was the second half where he failed me. Dan, KCP is a scrub. The guy can't shoot, pass, or defend. Yes, unfortunately, he's way overpaid for $8 million. This is like a $500K mid-level exception type player. We need some flow to our offense. We had it all preseason long, man. We looked magnificent. Just tonight, again, the coaching staff did a horrible job of setting us up to succeed. Not enough pick and rolls between AD and LeBron. Not enough pick and rolls between anybody. No LeBron, JaVale, no LeBron, AD, nothing, man. And again, our bigs were trash tonight. I mean, I'm not talking about AD. Everybody except AD was trash. I'm talking about Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. Horrible. But we will get better from this, guys. We have to learn. We have to improve. We have to. They owe it to Laker Nation to come out every night and give us their best. And they took breaks in this game. That's why we went on dry spells, because we were being lazy with the passing. That's why they got in the passing lanes and wreaked havoc, got out in transition and killed us. We got lazy with our shot taking. I don't like LeBron taking half-court three-pointers like Steph Curry. I hate that. Take it to the hole, drive and kick, hit mid-range shots, or only shoot the three when you're wide open. He needs to play smarter. You know, it's not showtime for, especially when you're trailing. You know, you got to play smart. Now, if you're up by 15 or 20, okay, I get it. You want to take a breather, LeBron, take your half-court shot. But when you're trailing, you definitely can't settle for those type of shots. Yeah, I felt they were lazy as well, Christmas, absolutely. And they have to play better. We have to show that we want it. They have to show the fans, because the fans show up. We come with the energy every game. They have to show up and reward us as well. And this is what I was afraid of with Dwight Howard. Like, how much does he have left in the tank? I get it, it's only one game, but I will critique him here. He was very stonehands today. He kept dropping passes that he should have finished. You know, that late reaction with a team like this that quickly reacts on defense, let them recover, like when Kawhi blocked him from the back because he didn't catch it properly. And he needs to have his hands in a ready position to catch and finish, right? Because he doesn't have anything else to his offensive repertoire other than dunks. So, and like little flip layups. So that's what he needs to do. He needs to be able to have his hands in a ready position and finish strong. This is what I was afraid of. I only expected half of his preseason production. Tonight, he didn't even give me half. So that's why I wasn't sold on Dwight all the way. I was impressed with up until tonight. Now, next game, he better bounce back or it's going to be a problem. You know, then I'm going to be worried about the backup center position. Because JaVale had a bad night. If Dwight would have stepped up, we would have had a shot. Both of our front court. Dwight actually played better than you think. When Dwight and AD were on the floor, the Lakers were back from 10 and got a 3-point lead. No, but that doesn't matter. I mean, there's a lot of things he could have did a lot better, man. He turned the ball over a lot. He got into foul trouble early, and he didn't rebound the ball like he should have, like he was in preseason, right? Offensively, he tried to get some offensive rebounds, but defensively, sometimes he was caught flat-footed. Go back and watch the film. I saw the game. I know he didn't play the best. Dan, it seems like the offense was just standing around towards the end of the game. They were. You know why? Because they were waiting for LeBron to attack. Because what happened, see, the Clippers were able to sag off and just let LeBron, they baited him to come down the middle, where then their big was able to rotate over. And LeBron played right into their hands because he didn't attack aggressively and get him into foul trouble and get the third and fourth person to come over. Then he can kick out to some wide open shots. LeBron is usually a lot better than this. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Tonight, he just didn't show up. He's not Kobe, so I shouldn't hold him to the same standard. But, you know, he needs to develop his killing skill set a little bit better, because down the stretch, he's a mastermind. I know he's very capable of getting aggressive, but for some reason, I don't know if he was waiting for somebody else to take over. I don't know. At times, it looked like him and AD were both looking at each other to see who was going to take over, and they both needed to bring it. But maybe that'll come with some chemistry and some time. I don't know. But for those of you saying LeBron is done, stop it. The man still put up a decent game, numbers-wise. Now, he just needs to execute down the stretch. I don't know if he ran out of gas. I doubt it. First game of the season. So we're not going to make excuses. He just had a bad – every superstar will have his day, right, where he has a bad day. So let's just say tonight is it. Maybe the next 5 to 6 games he'll show up. No excuses, though. He played bad. Dan, don't worry. When we beat the Clippers the next time, the win is going to feel so much better. Man, I wanted to beat them this time. We've been waiting all summer. Now we got to hear SportsCenter, ESPN, and all these people just ride the Clippers for the next 3 days. That's what sucks. That's what's so horrible, that there's such a bandwagoning media. Just when they were jumping over back to the Lakers, now we're going to hear them flip-flop, go back to the Clippers. Just watch. Watch the hypocrisy on SportsCenter. Just watch. And I'm not going to hear any of it because I just tune all this stuff out, you know. But at the end of the day, man, we need to play better. And we will. I have no doubt. We definitely have the talent. You saw how easily we came back every time that we played good basketball. Just we didn't play consistently enough for 48 minutes, and that's the key, consistency. Told you guys at the beginning of the season, consistency is key. David, he said, it's just me or LeBron can't get by anyone. He's too slow. Well, the way they were playing him, man, they were kind of sagging off a little bit, and he shot some contested shots. Then when he didn't hit those, then his offense became predictable. They were able to double team him and get him out of the lanes. Now, also, they got away with a lot of ticky-tacks, but it's all good, man. There's no excuses. LeBron has to play better, period. He's our leader, right, up there with AD. AD did his thing. I know he went 8 for, what was it, 8 for 19 or something like that? That's still pretty good. That's still almost 50%. But it's not even that. I mean, AD was eating whenever he was one-on-one in the paint. We just didn't feed him enough. He should have had 40 points. And then I started remembering, 8 for 21, thank you. Then I started remembering, LeBron said he was going to play through AD, but sometimes I saw LeBron clear out everybody. So what he needs to do is call for the screen and then pick your poison, right? But it's all good. Again, guys, just one game. We're not going to hammer. We're not going to beat the dead horse. We lost. We're taking it like champs, like a real fan base will. You know, we're not going to talk smack today. Today, they get to talk their crap, whatever. But we're still very proud of this team, and we're going to ride and die with this team, right? So if you guys have any questions before I get off, got you. He said home or away next game. Not sure. I haven't looked at the schedule exactly. I just know we face the Jazz. You say we need a defender at the 3-wing. Iguodala. I've been saying we could really use Iguodala, man. Iguodala would be perfect. He would have single-handedly made sure that Kawhi had a tougher time scoring. It's a home game versus the Jazz. There you go. You said can't wait for Friday night versus Utah. Me neither, man. This tonight, I'm not gonna lie, did kill some excitement for me because I make a living off of killing the Clippers, man. I hate the Clippers with a passion, right? But it's one game. I'm not gonna panic. I'm not gonna overreact. Hurts, gut punch, won't sleep very well, but I'm a man up, chin up. You said look on Sports Track. It will explain what the block trade clause is. It is not a no trade clause. Oh, is it? Okay, then maybe some trade will pop up. But somebody mentioned something interesting. What about Jamal Crawford? We need to be able to counter Lou Williams. Now, after tonight, that doesn't seem like such a bad idea because Jamal Crawford is instant offense, even though he's like, what, 50? But at the end of the day, Jamal Crawford can't get that. And at times, it did look like we needed that. Norvell's another option as well. But all in all, man, not going to hit the panic button. I like our roster. Don't like our rotations for game one. Hopefully we improve those. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for tuning in, even though this one truly hurts. We ride together and we die together, baby. And we'll be back Friday, pregame, everything. Same thing, minus halftime. Halftime was only for today. But everything will be here. Don't forget to hit that like button, though, guys. And please subscribe if you already haven't. It's going to be a long season. It's going to still be exciting. Just a bad loss. We're going to take it in stride and keep moving forward. Thank you guys so much. Hang in there, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Have a great night. Peace out.